Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of New Arrivals. My name is Adrian Taskin, the head buyer here at Luxury Bazaar. Every week I choose 10 of my favorite watches that are about to hit the website. We have a pretty heavy AP selection here. It seems like we bought a lot of APs over the past couple weeks. Probably wondering, why are there two of the same watches in this watch case? Well, we have the 15510, the newest reference, 41mm Royal Oak with blue dials. Now, what differs from these two? Obviously, these two came out in two different iterations, one being a 50th anniversary rotor one, as well as one that is not a 50th anniversary one. It's actually a 2025 one. In fact, the 50th anniversary one that we have is originally born on a strap, so it's the 15510 OR on a strap version, and the customer had purchased an original AP bracelet to convert it. So this is a strap version with a bracelet, and this is the 2025 version. There's nothing really different about the two watches, minus the 50th rotor on the back, which is a very nice touch. Now, this is the second time that AP did what's called a smoky dial for the yellow gold. They did do that with the 16202, which came out for their anniversary. And finally, with the amazing success that they've had with it and continue to have with it, they went and they did a chronograph for those that want something a little bit bigger and want to have an additional complication with the chronograph. So this is a great looking watch. And finally, from our Royal Oak line today, we have the 16202 OR. So again, this is another watch that came out during their 50th anniversary. It now has the quick set date, finally a complication that AP came out with. They used to have the old JLC movement where you would have to, where it was basically very annoying, I would say, to change the date. And it came out in a rose gold and a smoky gray dial. This is one of the most coveted watches on the market, and we have so much requests for. Speaking of a lot of demand and a lot of requests and a crazy premium, and seemingly the watch that really did get away, FP Journe Chronomètre Bleu. Now, this is a watch I could have owned at one point for $14,000. I wish, obviously looking back, I would have probably picked this. I would have bought Bitcoin back in 2013, 2014. And with the newest auction results, the results have been absolutely spectacular, so I went out and bought as many FP Journes as I could possibly find. I just picked this one up a few days ago, the Chronomètre Bleu. This is FP Journe's 5711. This is FP Journe's 16202. This is a ridiculous premium over its MSRP and impossible to get today. I love everything about the watch. I love the fact that it's tantalum and light. I love the fact that the blue dial is probably my favorite blue dial on the market. I love the fact that it's super comfortable, it's elegant, it's sporty, it's all the above, checks every single box. So I love having these in stock. Next up, speaking of blue dials, we have a Code 1159. So you guys have probably seen over the past couple New Arrivals episodes, quite a few Code 1159s. And the reason for that is today on the market, I like to go after stuff that's premium, that's very much in demand. And I also like to buy stuff that's popular, but has a great value. One of the reasons that I love Code 1159s is for those who dare to be different. There's a lot of talk on the market about whether it's just a piece that AP uses as leverage to get you in the door to buy Royal Oaks. Now, I'm not saying that's not true. If that even is the case, you're pretty lucky as an AP consumer because the watches are spectacular. It's actually one of our fastest selling, not sporty watches, I would say, and not overly dressy watches. It's actually one of our best selling. So let's say it's in the category of dressier, elegant watches. The Code 1159 is our #1 seller. So on to our next dressy watch. It's gonna be the Patek Philippe 5134J Calatrava Travel Time. This is a perfect watch for the collector that wants something that has the brand recognizability, has great value retention, and obviously a very well-made watch. It's Patek Philippe at the end of the day. At 37mm yellow gold, it's something that is, like I mentioned, under the radar, yet with a really good complication. It's something that can be had for under $25,000. A Patek 5134J will be a great pickup for you, and that's why we picked it up. And my next choice this week is going to be a watch that has pretty much stood the test of time. It's the Royal Oak Offshore reference 26400 AU. AU standing for carbon. That is the 44mm carbon offshore. This is another one of those watches that I like to pick up because the value of this watch has been about the same for the past 7-8 years, right? So the collector that wants to put something on their wrist that they know is gonna retain value and always be somewhere around the same price that they paid, the carbon offshore, the 44s are a fantastic choice. And honestly, I just aesthetically have always liked the watch. The all black, the black ceramic bezel, put it on any other color strap, gives a really dynamic feel.
You said AU stands for carbon, doesn't it stand for gold?
No, actually AU does on the stamp.
Right.
but in AP, AU,
okay. It's
yeah.
like specific.
Yeah,
AP.
but good.
Okay.
A good idea. And for another watch on the strap that's our favorite here at Luxury Bazaar, and probably one of my favorite decisions Rolex has made in modern years, has been the Oysterflex Daytona. And as I've mentioned before, when they first came out with the Oysterflex Daytona in their 116 reference, I really thought it was gimmicky, because for me, leather strap Daytonas were always a miss. I really didn't like them, and the market as a whole really didn't like them. A Daytona is the quintessential sports watch. It was always something made to be on a bracelet. It's sport, it's class, it's elegant and timeless. So when it came out on a rubber strap, I wasn't a fan up until I actually had one, wore it, enjoyed it, and really understood what the whole hype was about. And the fact that these have a ceramic bezel as opposed to their full metal counterparts is definitely a really good touch. So this is the white gold 126519 reference, otherwise known on the market as the Baby Le Mans. It very much looks like the Le Mans with the black ceramic bezel. This is a watch I think retails today in the high 30s, maybe even 39,000. If you're walking out the door and you're lucky enough to get it at list, you're probably into it for 42 or 43,000. It checks all the boxes. We do a lot of data analytics here at Luxury Bazaar based on keyword searches, what people are searching for, what people are requesting. And the #1 watch of the year thus far has been the Bruce Wayne on a Jubilee, reference 126710 GRNR. In my opinion, I think other than the Daytona, this would be my #1 choice. I love black and green together. The previous reference 116710 did that, but when they faded the bezel here and added a Jubilee bracelet, it just brought the watch, in my opinion, way more to life, and it's probably why so many people like it. So yeah, the Bruce Wayne 126710 GRNR is for sale here at Luxury Bazaar. So guys, that's another episode of New Arrivals. Comment down below what your favorite watch is here. For me personally, my favorite watch here would be the FP Journe Chronomètre Bleu. I mean, every time I put it on, every time I wear it, I don't want to take it off, and I just know how special it really is, how rare it actually is in terms of your ability to get it allocated to you. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you the next time on New Arrivals.